I just got my Insta360x5. I've been waiting for this guy from before they released it. I knew he was coming, and now me and this good sir are gonna unbox it. So I already took a peek inside, I'm not gonna lie, but when we open it up, right away we see the camera smiling at us. A nice little case. When I open it up, really my first impression was, I like the look, the new texture they have on the front, it's a good aesthetic touch, but it's noticeably bigger. Bigger than my X2, bigger than my X3. My X2 I already don't have, I gave it to a friend, but my X3, for example, if we just take a look at it, it is noticeably smaller. Now I'm not saying this in a bad way, but all right, buddy, I'll take over from here. But generally I did get used to a certain size with my cameras. So afterwards, if we just get the camera out, it's nice, it's big. We have the same setup for the battery on the side. We grab those two teeth, battery pops out. Battery is going to be a different size than your X4, your X3. So it's not something that you can be interchanging. I got just the basic package, so it does not come with an SD card, something I'll be providing. We pop that back in, we put this guy to the side. We can take a look at what else we have in the case. If we battle out this box, there we go. Take a look inside. This is going to be the case for the actual camera. Now, instead of like on my X3, where it was more of a fit that just kind of allowed me to slide the camera into the bottom and it snuggled around tightly, I also had a little access door on the side if I want to be charging through it. Convenient. And I could even thread it in case usually when I rode my motorcycle, I would put the case over it. If I didn't want to be filming and I didn't want anything to happen to it or it started raining or something like that, then I could always pull the case off. So nice approach. On the X5, and I'm sure there'll be other cases, this again, just the one I got with it, the case is an all-around one that covers it. So there's some things I like about that and others I don't. So there, like I said, I had access on the bottom. If I wanted to put in any kind of extension, any kind of mount, I could just thread it on. But at the same time, this case gives me an all-around protection. So I know there's no dirt or dust getting into it. It's a little better protected. And it also gives me a little more space. Because if I look inside the case, besides it having open space for the camera, we also get a little bit of a side door. But the side door is going to be great in case I want to be putting any kind of extra SD cards in here. Or maybe I want to put in a spare battery pack, which I really never had to do on the past ones. Battery life has been pretty good on the 360s, not compared to my GoPros. Also in the case, we have a nice big cloth for polishing off the lenses. You know, when you get small devices, you get a small itty bitty one. So I like ones that are going to be a little bit bigger, easier to use, has more real estate. That's a nice touch. Of course, you also get a USB-C to USB-C cable. I have so many of these. Nice touch. I guess you can't have too many, but I can't say I really needed that one. And that's going to be it. Inside of there also, we have the instructions. We have the microphone sticker. Ooh, this is nice. This is a cleaning sticker. Because on the front of it, where we have that, we already have a little plastic piece there. That's the mic. And in case you do get any dirt in there, they give you these kind of stickers. Shows you on the back how to use them. You can just put them on. Take off any dirt or debris that may get inside the dimpled areas, which is nice. Furthermore, we do have some stickers and some swag. Why not? Warranty card, quick start, safety guidelines. If I just take the SD card out of my X3 and just pop it in here, I'm already kind of curious to see how it starts up. I was planning more of just an unboxing, but I'm quite eager. Boom. Boom. We pop that in. We have a power button on the side, the Q button as before. So very similar layout to my X3. If I just hit this button, it should start recording. It just comes to life. Now it's not going to start recording. It just told me quick capture failed. That's because it's the first time I am starting it up. So I need to select things such as the language and set it up, get it going. The touch screen is bigger. I like that. It gives me all the different languages to do. I'm going to just go with English. Also, while I was looking forward to the X5, I was really looking forward to last year. I heard it was in production. I was waiting, so I was thinking about getting the X4, and I did it. I skipped that generation. This one comes with 8K, so it has better clarity, better night vision, water resistant, interchangeable lenses, because that's one thing I definitely mucked up on my X3. I do car work, And one time I was using the grinder to take off some sway bar links, and then I got a little overzealous. I got in too close to the camera because I wanted that beautiful shot of me grinding away that stuck-on sway bar link. And because of that, the lens got dimpled and scarred. It's barely noticeable, really, if we're talking about when I'm doing my editing. And honestly, if I really need a clear shot, I just flip it around and use this side. But that is such a great addition that you can be uninstalling and installing lenses in case, God forbid, it cracks, you get it damaged, smudged, past the point of redemption where it's affecting your actual shot. Okay, so right now it wants to sync up with the app. I actually remember this when I got my X3. The overall setup was a little bit more cumbersome, but that's something that's going with all the Insta360s, to be expected. So far, first impressions, I'm glad with what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing, and I'm looking forward to putting this thing through the ringer and giving you guys an update in maybe a month or two, because I do have some jobs lined up, and again, really excited to use this. Hopefully you found this helpful. Stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next video.